I wanted to unpack a little more this belief that I have had and many have about staying busy, or what causes us to be so busy, pack our days with so much stuff. And one of the things that I've mentioned before is about feeling lazy if we're not doing things, or feeling that we're being weak if we aren't always doing things. And while I was thinking about this for me, it reminded me of something that my grandmother said to me many, many years ago. And she said to me, never have idle hands. Now, I think there would be some religious influence in that, and whether that is that I will get into trouble if I don't keep busy, or whether it is, if it was around being lazy is a sin, I'm not quite sure, because I never questioned it. I just took that as, well, if grandmother told me that, well, that's what I need to do. So interesting when I think about how that played out in my life. What I've realised is that throughout my whole life, I really barely stopped and did nothing, I suppose you could say. Even when I used to socialise with friends, I would take a bag of knitting or crocheting or stitching or something with me. So I would sit there and I would be able to have a cup of tea or coffee and have a chat, but I would be doing something at the same time. Then I thought about whenever I sat in front of the television, I would have some stitching, sewing, I would be marking, I would be sorting papers, ironing, I'd be doing a job, something while I was watching a movie or a TV show. And then I think about when I was reading. Whenever I read, I'd always choose a book that was a how-to book, how to improve something, how to do something better. It would be, I don't know, maybe then a self-improvement some way, really, something useful. Then even when I would drive or go for a walk, I would listen to a podcast. I mean, I might listen to some music, which was entertainment and enjoyable, but I would usually listen to a podcast for more information, or an audio book that was teaching me something. And I don't know, I just, even sometimes going for a walk was less about enjoying the walk and more because it was a task to fit into my day that was good for me, to exercise and good for my mental health and all of that, which it all is. And so I know it was doing me good, but I wasn't thinking that as I was walking. I was just like, I just need to fit that in. And so I think otherwise thinking that I'm going to waste time. I can't waste time. You're not allowed to waste time, never have idle hands. And I think that maybe has broadened across other things that I've done over my, nearly 60 years, and that's kind of become a real strong pattern in how I've lived my life. So it's very interesting when you start to unpack. So it'd be interesting in your mind what your self-talk is telling you about if you do stop, if that is about being lazy or wasting your time, which almost makes resting or being or stillness a bad thing. So it's interesting when you start to unpack that stuff. So anyway, if you have any other thoughts, happy to see them in the chat, and you go and have a beautiful day.